Ducati. The name itself evokes firebrand passion and bikes with sporty, high-performance DNA. And that's been the case for the Italian brand's sport bikes on offer in India too. Beginning with the entry-level Ducati 959 Panigale. But the 959 Panigale and even the soon-to-be discontinued 1299 Panigale aren't for the faint-hearted or for those looking for a practical, everyday sport bike. And Ducati's own market research apparently indicates that there's a demand for an entry-level Ducati sport bike with design and styling inspired by the Panigale, but easy to ride without having the uncompromising track-focused personality of the 959 Panigale. And that's the void the Ducati SuperSport seeks to address, and hopefully bring in some sales volumes as well. The SuperSport is a bike Ducati says is versatile and can be used for the daily commute, weekend rides, and can even take on occasional touring duties. So, it has improved ergonomics, and a more upright and comfortable riding position. It shares its engine with a Multistrada 950. But it's got a slightly different state of tune and a few different components. It's available in two variants, the standard SuperSport and the SuperSport S. The difference is in the suspension. A standard up-down quickshifter, and a removable pillion seat cowl. The SuperSport S gets Öhlins suspension and a standard quickshifter, while the SuperSport gets Marzocchi front forks and a Sachs monoshock. The SuperSport is available in just red, while the SuperSport S is available in red, as well as white. And it's the SuperSport S, the one we are riding, which Ducati feels will have more takers. Visually, the standard SuperSport and SuperSport S look near identical, borrowing styling cues from the Panigale. So, at first glance, the SuperSport S doesn't look very different from the 959 Panigale with a face that's clearly inspired by the Panigale. That's a good thing, because the SuperSport doesn't look or feel like an entry-level sport bike at all. So, in terms of design and build quality, there's nothing entry-level about it. And the SuperSport S exudes high-quality Italian design and build. The LED DRLs are the highlight of the face, which has hints of the Panigale. But whatever angle you look at it certainly looks sporty and absolutely stunning, particularly in the Ducati red shade that our test bike has. In our book, a red Ducati really ups the desirability factor. And in this department, the SuperSport S doesn't disappoint one bit. Yes, without a doubt. The SuperSport and SuperSport S may be positioned as easy-to-ride, everyday sport bikes, but make no mistake, these are anything but slow. The 937cc Testastrada L Twin makes 110 bhp at 9,000 revolutions per minute and peak torque of 93 Nm, kicking in at 6,500 revolutions per minute. Ducati says 80% of that torque kicks in at 3,000 revolutions per minute. What that means in the real world is that there's ample pull from minimal throttle input, so at any gear, the SuperSport pulls cleanly from low revs. So, you can ride it quite sedately at city speeds, with easygoing road manners. But whack open the throttle as you shift through the gears, and you will reach unmentionable speeds at the blink of an eye. There's no doubt this Ducati has all the performance you need, and more. Newer riders graduating to their first big sport bike will find the Ducati SuperSport thrilling. And even experienced riders will find it suitably entertaining, never for once leaving any doubt that this is a true blue Ducati at heart. The SuperSport S we're riding has higher spec Öhlins suspension, and ride quality is quite good. Over road undulations in the city, the bike feels plush and planted, and even under hard braking, there's minimal front-wheel dive, giving it a sense of stability that's certainly welcome. The bidirectional quickshifter will prove to be handy out on a track. And the few instances we tried it out on the road, it works seamlessly. And there's a wide safety net of electronics too. The ride-by-wire system incorporated 3 riding modes, urban, touring and sport, each with different levels of intrusion from the 8-level traction control, 3-step ABS, and even throttle response. Urban has power dialed down to 75 bhp to keep things in control in the city. Touring has the full 110 bhp on tap, but with both ABS and traction control set at higher intervention to keep things safe. Sport is where the beast wakes up. The throttle response is sharper, and traction control and ABS intervention is low, allowing for some wheel slip and even drift.